Hi, my name is Robert Laskowski from Lasko Contractors, and today we're going to go over concrete resurfacing. Let's go over the list of materials you're going to need, and then we'll get started. First, you're going to need a grinder with a cement blade, fast patch, Portland cement, and top and bond. Those are going to be the cements that you're going to use. Anyone will work. You're also going to need what we call milk, which is bonder and fortifier. A bucket, of course, to mix with a mixer, a margin trowel, and a finishing trowel to finish the work, and also, of course, a vacuum to clean up. Today we're in Pennsylvania, and we're at a two-story, two-car garage, deep garage, and the original garage on this pad burned down in a fire, and all of the timber and the wood inside the garage previously, when it caught fire and fell to the concrete surface, exposed the concrete to an inordinate amount of heat and caused it to crack, fall apart, and the surface throughout the whole concrete pad is just valleys of missing concrete, and it's very abrasive and extremely uneven. The gentleman who owns this property has a Shelby Cobra that he stores in this garage, and he wants the concrete floor even, level, clean, and ready to go for the car. As you can see, I'm just showing you a couple of spots where just holes and divots and lots of concrete missing. So today we're going to go and fix this up for him, get it level, and one of the first steps you're going to need to do is actually get your grinder out and start grinding the edges, so you have a area where you can put the fortifier and the bonder, and something which will connect the clean concrete to the new concrete, which will also help bond it as well. So as you can see, I'm grinding, and we have a fan that is pushing away any of the dust, the sparks, and it's just the way it worked out for this job, but sometimes you'll need a vacuum or a wet sponge that'll help keep the dust down. So again, here's just a typical hole that we're going to be working on, and I'm just showing you the outside of it. So this is where you're going to be grinding, is on the outside, just to give it a clean surface ready to accept that new concrete. Now what happens is when you have these cracks that are in the floor as well, you don't want to overlook them. These are important, and you really need to grind them out. And the best way to do it is to take your grinder on its side and cut down into the concrete. It's going to create a clean surface area around the edges, and it's also going to cut down so that the concrete is able to get into the cracks and fill them up. Another way of doing this could be a concrete filler, where you get in tubes and you can just almost like a caulk, and you pour it in that way. But we decided that we're going to keep all the cement and the same mixture throughout the whole garage, so it's even and the same color, and we're going to use it in these cracks that I'm showing you right here. So here's some more of the damage that was done in the floor. It's a little bit easier to see now that the grinds are done on the outside of the damaged areas. And this was an extensive job. It took about 2 days to do. And so once you're done with grinding, you're going to take your vacuum, clean up all the debris in and around the area, so that you're ready to pour the fortifier and bonder. We call this milk in the industry, but what you're going to do is just pour it down onto the surface that you're going to be putting the concrete on, the cement, and then you would just spread it around with a broom or any kind of utensil, or you could even just pour it and put the cement right on top of it. Now for this particular job, we had a custom mix, and we did about half of it was top and bond, and the other half of the cement was the ready set patch. And we also added Portland cement on the top of it when we were done spreading it. And then as for the water part of it, we had about 25% of the bonder and fortifier, and about 75% of it water. So we mixed it all up, and then once you're done mixing in the bucket, you pour it. You take the margin trowel and put it into the areas that require the cement to be put down. And you're going to put a rough patch down first with the finished trowel right there. And then once that dries up a little bit and is pretty much spread around, you're going to spread the rest of it. You're going to level it, make sure that it is smooth, level, looks good, all the cracks are filled in, and
and everything is good to go essentially. And what we do is, once this is done, a little trick of the trade, we actually take one of the blocks, we cut off a piece of it, and we flip it upside down, and here you'll see we actually go over it once it's dry, just to make sure that it's 100% even and level. And that's it.